Hey everyone, welcome to a new video in our Switzerland series. We are in the last stop of our Switzerland road trip, here in the city of Geneva. If you follow along our road trip, you know we started in the city of Zurich after enjoying the amazing natural scenic locations in Switzerland and the Swiss Alps. We are back in the city and we'll show you what you can do in Geneva in a half day. So let's go.
So the fuel that you are looking to fill in your rental car is sans plomb, that means unleaded. And of course, like any other country, it has the regular one and an enhanced one with a better octane rating. We are waiting in line to get into the UN for our 10 a.m. tour. A bit of a parking tip, there's no parking available on the campus. You have to park off campus, and that's about 10 to 15 minutes away from where the meeting point is. So put enough time in between your entry and parking.
That was a really great tour. Here in Geneva, they focus more on peacemaking. They also follow a lot of sustainable practices. Some of the buildings are in construction to make them more accessible and up to date. So I highly recommend booking this tour if you're interested in learning more about the UN functions and making an advance reservation online. And now from the UN building, we are strolling in the Ariana Park. The vibe here is so calming and peaceful. Behind me, you see the famous broken chair. That one broken leg signifies the destructions caused by the landmines in World War II. So it's a reminder that we should live a peaceful life.
There's a giant water fountain in the middle of the lake.
We've now arrived at the old town of Geneva. We are enjoying the vibe of this area, sitting here and enjoying our lunch outside pasta people. Check it out, it looks so delicious.
That was a wholesome meal. That lasagna was bomb. I'm happy that our last lunch in Europe was done exactly like Europeans would do it. I guess the only thing remaining to top off this lunch is a cup of coffee, but we'll just walk around town and maybe get a sweet treat along with some coffee in a bit.
Now we're just walking around the town and heading towards the famous Geneva fountain. And to get there, we are going through this beautiful garden. Seems like the locals and the tourists both are just enjoying the sunny day today here. That 140-meter tall fountain is called as jet d'eau, means jet of water. Back in the day, it was used for hydraulic safety system, but now it's a historic landmark here in Geneva. It sits on Lake Geneva. Lake Geneva is pretty special because it sits on the border of France and Switzerland. So it's really interesting to see that this water body is shared between these two countries.
From the fountain and the gardens, we are now walking back to the old town, but we crossed an area, I think it's called Place du Moulin, where there are a lot of eateries, and just outside of that there's an entire road with tram tracks in the middle and pedestrians walking on the side. There are a lot of stores, so I think it's mainly for shopping. Not much for us to do here, so we are just gonna keep walking because we want to go to the cathedral, St. Pierre Cathedral. The St. Pierre Cathedral is an iconic cathedral in Geneva. It's one of the most popular attractions because it has architecture dated all the way back to 1200s. You can see the Roman style columns and the paintings. It's really beautiful in there, so definitely go in there. The entry is free. However, if you want to go all the way to the top to get a view of the city, that's an extra fee. We are tired of walking, so we are going to skip that. But let's get something sweet to eat.
We are finally ending our stroll here behind the cathedral by grabbing this delicious hot chocolate and a palmier, our last sweet treats from Switzerland. Time to enjoy the hot chocolate the right way. Take a palmier, dip it in, and just enjoy. And with that, we've come to the end of our day in Geneva and also to the end of our Europe trip. We are so bummed because France and Switzerland were beautiful.
If you found any value through our series, please hit that like button, and if you are new here, subscribe to our channel.
If you have any questions about traveling to these two countries, make sure to drop them in the comments. We'll make sure to answer it.
Thanks for following along our journey through Europe. We'll see you next time in a new place and perhaps even a new country.
Keep exploring!